Welcome to another live stream Watchalong reaction. Tonight we are reacting to Inter Miami CF versus CF Monterrey, Leagues Cup 2026 League Phase, Match 2 of the League Phase. Inter Miami CF contra CF Monterrey, la Leagues Cup Fase de Grupos, Partido 2. Miami looking to retain, find a way into a top 4 spot. Orlando City leading 1-0 as we speak over Leon. Miami starts, then the Chivas game, then Salt Lake Atlante, then Toluca LA. Yeah, I'm still mad about it. Not as mad as I was last night, but I'm still mad about it, yeah. Either way. Starting 11 is as follows for this match. Yeah, I'm still mad about the Mexico-Canada game. Not as mad as I was last night, but I'm more in the heartbreak phase. I mean, I was, either way, already heartbroken, but you know what I mean. It's more of the, this one's going to hurt for a while phase. Either way. Starting 11s are as follows for this match. In goal, Rocco Rios Novo. The back four, Facundo Mura, Ian Fry, Mikhail, Noah Allen. The midfield four of Talasco, Segovia, Yannick Bright, Casemiro, Rodrigo De Paul. And the front two of Lovens, Delanois, and Daniel Pinter. No Messi tonight. Messi's not even on the bench, or even starting for that matter. He's not even playing. He's not even there. Which, I mean, understandable. Understandable. His father passed away. I mean, the team will probably be playing with a heavy heart, but Messi will not be. And Suarez, well, we know why he's not playing. He was suspended for 6 games after spitting at a guy. And Bertarame injured. So, it's a really weak team. I mean, it's a weaker team. Best player on the pitch, probably Casemiro. Or De Paul. That's, I mean, for multiple obvious reasons. But, yeah, the team might be playing with a heavy heart. Messi will not be. He's probably with his family right now. Whether it's in Miami or Argentina. How we doing, Dillon? How we doing? How we doing, Sean? Damn. Now the referees own Canada. Infantino's mafia owns Canada, but okay. Dutch Eredivisie season started today. It's crazy how fast the new seasons come upon us. When you play all these freaking World Cup games, it comes out of nowhere. Yeah. That's sad too. That it's both of those are sad. It's sad that Messi's father passed away, and it's sad that there were people making manifestos and making plots to assassinate Messi. He doesn't deserve that. I'm not going to say what I want to say about Infantino, because if I do, I'm going to leave that one alone. Either way. 1-0 Orlando, yes. Any Canadians in the Dutch League? Not off the top of my head. I think Promise David might make a move. Might. And it might be to the Dutch League. But it's wild there aren't many. Either way, championship next Friday. Goalie for Red Bulls 2 got a red card. Either way, starting 11 for Monterrey in goal. Luis Cárdenas. The back three of Victor Guzman, Carlos Salcedo, and Alonso Aceves. Wait, Carlos Salcedo is starting in the year of our Lord 2026. Okay. Former Toronto FC man, by the way, for half a year. Luca Oriano, Orbelin Pineda, Oliver Torres, and Tecatito Corona. And the front three, Diego Rossi, Hugo Kuipers, and Lucas Ocampos. Well, championship next Friday. Lost the World Cup final, robbed of the golden ball. His father passed away and received death threats. He deserves a long break. Yeah, but Messi, unless he's forced to take a break, will not take a break. The only reason he's not playing tonight is probably the fact is his father passed away, and they were close. I know he played the first game of the Leagues Cup, which was, 4 or 5 days ago. I'm sure in that interim he did go down to Argentina if his father was still in Argentina. Wherever his father was, he was probably there with him. Probably was, I would assume. It's not for me to assume, but, I'm sure the club and accommodated Lionel if he had to leave. And if his father was in Miami, then I'm sure they accommodated him once they knew his father was going to pass away. And you know what? I mean, he still should be taking a break as we speak, because I thought it was a 4-week break. A forced 4-week break for somebody in the World Cup final, but guess not. I guess not. He only had, a 2-week break? I thought it was a forced 4-week break for somebody who was in the World Cup final. But either way, so he should have still been taking a break anyway, but in that way, but either way. Tecatito Corona is still playing, yeah. Pasalic scored for Orlando, yep. It's heartbreaking. Messi's father passed away just yesterday. I was telling you about my mother's, illness, but again, I'm praying for your mother as well, as I said, and hopefully she overcomes what's ailing her. At least the way you wrote it sounds like she's still fighting. Either way, unless I missed something. With the way the chat was going, I may have missed something. Either way, match about to start. But, I mean, it is heartbreaking. I agree. Honestly, I can't give any advice for that. I don't know what I'd do if my mom passed away. Or whenever it... Hopefully down the line. Way down the line. Hopefully. But... I don't know what I'd do. Like, I hope I'm in my late 50s, early 60s when she passes. No, I mean... I don't want to really think about it, to be honest. Because, yeah, I'm a mama's boy. I am. Like, yeah, I'd be sad when my dad passes. But it won't be the same as when my mom passes. And my mom was destroyed when her mother passed last year. And I feel like I'd be in a similar boat. And I don't know. Hell, I don't even know what I'd do. So, I can't give you any advice. Maybe Dillon could. Because I know he went through loss recently, but I don't even want to think about it. I mean, that's how much my mother means to me. I don't even want to think about that reality or what that's going to look like when that day comes. I don't want to. I don't. And the teams are about to walk out. Like, my Nana was like my second mother. And when she passed, it hurt. But I never really... I mean, the only sort of experience I have is that. Because, I mean, growing up, when I was in elementary school, middle school, and even most of my high school life, I mean, my dad's mom and dad lived with us. My Nana and Pop, they they lived with us. They were in the same house. And I mean, my pop died in 2011 from Alzheimer's, but my Nana lived way longer than I would have expected her to after Pop passed. But either way, 8 years long, well, 7.5 years longer, I guess. We'll go there. But, I mean, yeah, my Nana was basically my second mother. I mean, that hurt too, but I never really... truly grieved. Like, I may have cried a couple of times in my room late at night listening to music, but I never really let myself get it all out. It took me 6 years to even, like, talk about it. I pushed my emotions down as best as I could, you know, and in that case. And I didn't say anything really until we went to Mississippi last summer to be there for my mom's funeral. While I was in the hotel with my mom, it was just me and her. We were talking, and I'm like, it all got to me, and like everything, I finally just, and I know it was what 2025, so 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. When it comes to Nana, it was 7 years later, but I finally broke everything down. I feel like if I did, my point being there is this. I mean, the weird part was that old house, like, I mean, I stopped watching a lot of WWE pay-per-views in the living room because me and my Nana love watching wrestling together. And there was that couch where she sat on, or we both sat on. And watching those pay-per-views, I turned my head, and I feel like she's there even though she's not. That house, that old house that we moved out of was filled with ghosts. And not in a bad way, but the one bad thing about this place, I mean, of course, their urns are right there. Nana and Poppy's urns are right there on that bookshelf. But the only thing that sucks about moving away from that other house is the connection between well, if you're going to talk about Leon just had it. Yeah. Point is, I'm trying to give Nader advice, I guess, and it got sad. Yes, but we also got screwed. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to win either. But rest in peace to Senor Messi. But again, the connection, whatever ghosts that were there are not there anymore. Like, I still feel like I have an angel watching over me, yeah? Or multiple, but I don't know. Either way, my point is this. If I tried, I guess what I'm saying is when my mom does pass, if I try to do the same thing I did with my Nana and just push everything down for as long as I can, I'm going to send myself off a wall. I cannot do what I did. If I try to push every emotion down, I'm going to destroy myself. But I don't know, man. Point is I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, so I can't give you any advice. don't do what I probably am prone to do and have done in a way. Don't push that. If it does go that way, don't push down your emotions, is what I'm saying. And I say that. Yeah, that's why I'm giving Nader advice. I say that because it was bad enough for me to push down everything about as well as I did when it came to Nana. Because I don't know, I'm very nonchalant. Maybe under for the even when it's to my detriment, you know. If I do that when my mom does pass, because it will very, we are not in a place where I don't even know if she would do that, honestly, if there was anti-aging and longevity, escape velocity. I don't even know if she would do it, to be honest. I don't know if she would do any of that, to be honest. So even if there was at some point that she could still do, she probably would just choose to go anyway. It would hurt, but either way. But right now, there's none of that. So if I, and I mean, my mom's kind of, when it comes to her mom, my mom's kind of pressed it down a lot too. I mean, I've seen her grieve, but she's kind of pressed it down well too, weirdly enough. Which, either way, Rocco Rios Novo in goal for Miami, Allen, Mikhail, Fra, Mora. Bright, Casemiro, De Paul. Segovia, Pinter, Dillon for Miami. So basically, I may not take this advice down the line, but don't hide your emotions. Let it out is my advice. If it goes that way, I hope it doesn't for you. But Lopez, the center ref, don't let your emotions out. Danian Parchment, the VAR referee. That's my advice, I guess. I may not even take my own advice, whether it's in, well, who knows. Luis Cardenas. Aceves, Salcedo, Guzman, the back three. Corona, Torres, Pineda, Oriano. And the front three. Rossi, Kuipers, Ocampos. So that's Monterrey. So basically, yeah, Nader, don't, like, whenever, if it does so go that way, don't hide your emotions. So here comes Miami. Can they find a way to win for Padre Messi? Padre Messi. Can they find a way? And here we go. We're off. 0-0, 0-0. Let's focus on the football now. We spent 20 minutes talking about Messi's father dying, what grief has done to us, and what grief could do to us. Now let's talk about the football. No Messi tonight, as you could tell. We got melodramatic for 20 minutes there. Because I tried to make a point. Because I tried to give advice, which I don't know why, considering, I mean, I guess. Either way. I guess I kind of know how it feels, but not exactly. Either way. saved. 0-0. 0-0. I mean, of course, one day I will know how it feels completely, but I guess I was lucky enough to kind of know how it feels already. Either way. I guess in a weird way. Like, basically, my Nana basically being a second mother to me, I guess. I was lucky enough to know how it feels twice. And then seeing my mom go through it with her mother. It's definitely affected her, but in a more personality-wise. In a more personality-wise instead of emotionally-wise. Now, my mom's sister definitely has been affected emotionally, but that's not for me to talk about. Either way. Suarez is enjoying a mate. I kind of want to try yerba mate, to be honest. Does my mom cook good Japanese food? Yes. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She absolutely does, yes. Let him enjoy mate. I said I wanted to try yerba mate. What does that make me sound like I don't want him to enjoy it? Sorry, it's fine. It's fine. But either way. I don't know how to make it or where to get it, though. I mean, there's a guy on TikTok / Instagram who posts a lot about yerba mate. Yerba mate. Yerba mate lab. Where they do have deals on, like, the bombillas and the calabashes and the mate systems and the types of mate. Vincent Janssen is available for Portland tomorrow. Playing forward, 0-0. If this game is boring, there won't be a review, though. I'll just focus on the Tigres LAFC or Toluca LAFC match. Turco put beer in his mate instead of water in the CONCACAF celebration. I saw somebody put Coke in their mate, Coca-Cola, or make mate with Coca-Cola. I'm like, that's something I would try, which I think that was also the Yerba Mate Lab doing that once. I mean, of course I'd try that. I mean, I want to try it the normal way, too, but I want to try it the normal way, too, but, you know, I love sweet tea. I don't know about green tea, though, but I know they say there's sweeter mates and it's Salcedo's down hurt. And this is why I said this man's still playing in the year of our Lord 2026. No problems with Salcedo. Like, I'm not mad about the time he left TFC halfway through a season. I'm not mad about it. Gol de Leon. Wait, did they just take the lead? 2-1 Leon over Orlando. Guevara scored in the 54th, and Leon scored a second. 2-1 Leon. Wow. Orlando sucks. And it was Daniel Arcila? Daniel Arcila. Yep. Morris and Leon putting in work. Are they getting used to playing in MLS stadiums? Or does Orlando just suck? Salcedo's coming off hurt. Does Orlando just suck? Either way. Moreno with the assist. Orlando City is in the MLS 10th place. 10th place. 3 points behind Toronto FC. Moral of the story. Well, this is more because the Miami fans are either way. Same reason I have an Argentina jersey and not a Portugal jersey. People want to watch me do the Miami, or at least for a while there. It's not like it used to be, but Messi Mania really did a number for this channel when he first came to MLS. Maybe it's not as much as it used to be, though. Maybe the wave's not as big as it was. But either way. Either way. Nobody, I mean, of course. Thank you, son. I wish it happened during the World Cup, too. Leon and Juarez and CONCACAF would be something different. They compete more than Pumas. Leon won the damn thing. What do you mean different? They've won the thing. Leon's won the Champions Cup before. What do you mean it'd be different? They've won the thing. Well, I guess you're right. They would compete more, though. Juarez would be different. You really think they compete better, though? I'd rather see Atlante, to be honest. Like, Atlante making the Champions Cup, now that would be awesome. Like, rebirth as a Liga MX club, 6 months later, you're in CONCACAF. That would be awesome. By the way, they've won the tournament before. The first time it was the CONCACAF Champions League, Atlante won it. So, you know, maybe it means something. All he needs another Morocco versus USA in the Olympics or U20, U17 World Cups. True. That would be nice. Well, so, I mean, you know, either way. Besides, I mean, I guess you could buy Saudi jerseys off freaking Fanatics anyway, but I don't know if I'd rather, honestly, if I wore a Cristiano jersey, I'd rather wear a Portugal jersey. I don't want to wear a Saudi jersey. I mean, I do have a Real Madrid jersey with Cristiano not on it, but I'd rather buy an old Real Madrid jersey. I mean, I would be excited for the Olympics if Canada made it. Either way. Man U, Cristiano, Suarez versus Juarez. Possible. Either way. I mean, Man U had some pretty cool kits when Cristiano was there. You got a point. We need another Morocco-USA rematch. What, at any level? On the men's side? I agree. Either way. Especially for a meaningful thing. Either way. 0-0. 0-0. Again, let's remember penalty shootout of tied after 90. Yeah, Miami needs Messi. I can tell you that much. And even maybe Suarez / Berterame. and Segovia. Allende. Twelfth minute. Nil-nil. Not Jekyll and Hyde. St. Clair. Well, he's not good. It's Saturday. What do you mean Thursday? Like, I know my days are screwed up, but either way. Save. Nil-nil. What about a Juve kit? No. Cruz Azul Women's Club just lost 10-0 to Club America Woman. Oh my god. I mean, I knew America was good, but no, we're doing the America versus Portland game tomorrow. I could give a shit less about Infantino's Mafia playing the United States. I could give a shit less. I want nothing to do with that shit show of a tournament anymore. Playing forward. Not that it ever was, but shot, rebound, blocked away, Miami shot over the bar. I mean, of course, I said that it would only be Canada in the final. If I did that game. If I did the CONCACAF U20 final, Canada would have to be in it, as I said. But certainly after last night, I want nothing to do with that shit show tournament. So let's be honest. Toluca Women's also renewed Eugenie Le Sommer. I mean, yeah, Golden Boot winner. She's a freaking world-class player. Understandable. Corner for DePaul. Huh. Ball crossed in. Header. That's out for a goal kick. Do you realize how good Liga MX Femenil is? Do you realize how good Liga MX Femenil has gotten over the past 4 or 5 years? Like, do you realize? I don't think you have. Like, Liga MX Femenil legitimately is probably one of the top 5 women's leagues in the world. In my opinion. Women's Super League, Liga F, NWSL, France. France Women's League. Salcedo off for Rodriguez. So that's what I think. It's in there. It's in there. Hey. I'm doing a Portland America watch along, and I've said straight up, and I basically have noted this whole time that the only way I do the final is if Canada makes it in that tournament. I've basically hinted at it the whole time that if the final was going to be done, it was going to be just if Canada made it. They did not make it because they got screwed. But even if they lost fair and square, I still wouldn't have done it. It's a U20 tournament. Everything's been qualified for. The trophy means nothing, really, comparatively to going to the Olympics and going to the World Cup and going to the Pan Am Games. The trophy means nothing, frankly. And especially the U.S. and Mexico. Maybe to Canada would have meant something, but either way, you know. Point is, Portland America tomorrow. Take it or leave it. W. Spotzer, I miss him on TFC. Spotzer's on fire, man. Another assist. Orlando's just garbage. Griezmann, well, he's simply not that good. He's not that good. This is in 2018. Fair enough. I miss Spicer. Man's on form. Well, yeah. I mean, Portland America is a big game, though, as well. But either way, yeah, I am a loose cannon. Thank you very... It's not an insult. It's just the truth. You're not wrong. I am a loose cannon. I do what I want. I do what I please. And... sometimes it benefits me, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes doing what I'm supposed to do doesn't even benefit me in the World Cup. So, I mean, I can't get mad at it. It's the truth. I can't get mad at being called a loose cannon. It's the truth. It's the absolute truth. Can't even get mad at it. And I'm proud of it. And to be honest, I'm proud of it. So, why would I get mad? You ain't got to say sorry about shit. It's the truth. You ain't got to sit... Flying. Oh, really? Oh, you said flying? Ah! You said flying? Ah! It wasn't a revolver, but either way. I had to. He said Brian Pillman. I had to pull out a Nerf gun at least. Miami shot wide. It wasn't a revolver, but it works. Greatest moment in channel history. That's going on the best of reel this year. I don't even need to... No, I can say that right now. That's going on the best of reel. No, that's something I'm going to remember. That's going on there. Oh, my. Do you think Mexico's winning tomorrow? Yeah, because they sold out to Infantino. They'll screw the United States, too. That's why you bow down to Infantino, I guess. Because the same thing you could say about Canada, you could say about the United States. The United States doesn't want Infantino either. And he's losing his mind so bad, he's going to put his finger on the scale of a U20 tournament. We've already seen it. Mexico might deserve it, but they definitely are going to get helped. Well, that's what we're all watching because you're authentic and a loose cannon. That's not a bad thing. W. Ryan. And the only reason that happened is that quick 16 didn't fit in the Nerf basket. You're not a loose cannon, you're a loose screw. How about both? How about both? I got a few screws loose, yeah. Again, that's true as well. But it's not bad screws loose, they're fun. So why does it matter? The screws loose that I have are fun. Like, they're not bad. They're just fun. Like, why does it matter? Why does it matter? The greatest short king, Ryan. Wow. 0-0. Look up Brian Pillman pulls a gun. I mean, it wasn't a revolver, but look up Brian Pillman pulls a gun. How's Leon beating Orlando? Orlando sucks. That's how. That's how. 21st minute, 0-0. That was the... 0-0. How long is Messi out? I don't know. Probably just tonight. But Pillman was awesome in the 90s on Steve Austin. Gone way too soon. Legend. Gone way too soon. Then again, you could say that about a lot of wrestlers, but yeah, no. Brian Pillman, gone way too soon. Way too soon. He at least did pass down his charisma to his son, though. So. It does piss me off. They just gave him a completely different name, though. Like, I still don't like it to this day. Lexus King? What? Why? It's like Braun Breaker. Like, what are we doing? Like, Braun Breaker is Rick Steiner's kid. Like, why has he got to be Braun Breaker? Like, are we serious? I still am, too. The Kurt Cobain of pro wrestling. Yep. Pillman was feuding with Austin when he pulled the gun on TV. When's the U17 World Cup? Next year. I'll do those games, though. I'll do Canada's games at the U17 World Cup, and if there's a Morocco-USA game or a Morocco-Canada game. I don't think anybody does. Well, Messi's father. Yep, Messi's father passed. No. Don't. You got, to anybody who feels like they do, you got way more to live for. Saved. You got way more to live for. God has a plan for you. Don't. There's better advice. Rios Novo makes a good save. I mean, honestly, same. But honestly, same. Which is why I'm so caring of why I care so much about longevity, escape, velocity, and age reversal and such. You might hate AI, but we're gonna need it to get there. So even if I hate data centers, I still either way. There are good things. Oh, shit. I was thinking U20. My bad. My bad. Oh, the U20 World Cup is next year. Oh. Yeah, my bad. That one's on me. That one's on me. I'm an idiot. We made the last U17 World Cup, and that same group made the U20 World Cup. Jamaica knocked us out of the U17 World Cup. Yep. Or at least, yeah, that's on me. No, that's a howler. That's on me. That's on me. 0-0. Yeah, this game doesn't look like it's going to get reviewed. Miami looks like garbage without Messi, and any of their good players for that matter. So when is the U17 World Cup? You can tell I don't give a shit. You can tell I don't give a shit. That's the women's. Oh no, that's volleyball. Oh, FIFA U17 World Cup. There we go. 2026. Oh, there's a 20. What, there's one every year? Okay. In November, there's a U17 World Cup every year. We missed a 48-team U17 World Cup. 8 teams in CONCACAF, and we missed it. Okay. But it's in November. El Haller. Jamaica beat y'all. John Marie Nolan was on that team. Yeah. See, I don't care at all. Now that we lost, I don't care at all. Oh, yeah, we've done a lot since February. Group stage loss. Yeah, we needed to win the game, and we lost it. There you are. Okay. 0-0, 28th minute. Previous comment. It's a 0-0 game, yes. Yep, every year plus OFC gets 3 spots. W bag chaser Gianni. Might be the one good thing he's done. Rare Gianni W. Fair? Fair. Miami playing it around. Rare Gianni W. Very rare Gianni Infantino W. I mean, they're not going to let you reverse it even if there is a new FIFA president. So, yeah, rare Gianni W. Rare Gianni W. For U20 teams, OFC gets 2 spots, man has his W's. Fair enough. I'll agree there. Honestly, both Olympics should have 16 teams. Either way, 30th minute. Thirtieth minute, 0-0. $400 ago. Playing forward. And cleared away by Monterrey. Shot! Goal! 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 Inter Miami, Rodrigo de Paul. And he's got a jersey. And he put on a Messi jersey under his. So, does that count as a yellow card? Is that a yellow card or not? Banger from DePaul. He never took off he never bared skin. So technically, you really want to go there. And if they gave him a yellow card for wearing a Messi jersey, that's kind of fucked as well. Either way, Rodrigo de Paul goal. Did it himself. What a banger. One 0 1-0. Brought down, has the ball at his feet. The ball's passed to him, and he takes a banger of a shot. He's like, might as well, because the rest of these guys can't do nothing. Perfect pass. De Paul, boom. Had room and took the shot. 1-0. 1-0. 32nd minute. Tie game will go to penalties, of course. That's got to be crazy playing a match with a jersey under his jersey. Oh, okay, it is a goal. I was like, don't tell me you got a yellow too. That would just be a power tripping referee, to be honest. Depth. They weren't doing good until that goal. None of them looked that good besides De Paul and Casemiro. Header, which, I mean, sort of makes sense. Casemiro with the assist, De Paul with a goal. The rest of them, shot blocked away. I mean, Rios Novos looked pretty good. Dillon and Pinter haven't really done anything. Oh, De Paul did get a yellow card. Oh, that's just, no. Really? Excessive celebration. With a Messi jersey on to honor both Lionel and his father. And you give a yellow card for that. He never even bared skin. Really? Really? Even if it was excessive celebration, really? Come on. I mean, come on. Seriously. Time and place. Time and place. I mean, it's Miami, but time and place. Side netting. Time and place. I mean, come on. Come on. And Leon wins 2-1 over Orlando. Chivas soon to start versus Dallas. 1-0 for Inter Miami. I mean, time and place. Seriously. The most likable yellow card DePaul's ever taken. Understandably. Even if he knew it was getting yellow, he still probably does it understandably. It's the most likable yellow card he's ever taken. But I'm not mad at DePaul for that one. Sometimes you got to be like, yeah, time and place, though. He didn't bear any skin. He wore the jersey because of Messi and his father. That just seems like you're being... Come on. Going letter of the law there just makes you look like an asshole. Let's be real. Let's hope he doesn't get a second yellow. Oh, that would make it even worse. It was the keeper who went to Dundee, man, had a good game versus Aberdeen. Like, it makes you look like an asshole. That's either way. Goalie for Aberdeen is Owen Goodman. Owen Goodman plays for Owen Goodman, yeah, the Canadian. Dundee. Owen Goodman. I'm glad he did well because I'm glad he did well because Jesse Marsh wants him to be Canada's goalie of the future. That's why he went to the World Cup. So I'm glad to hear he did well. I'm glad to hear. 4-4 Blue Jays, Jimenez game time double. Played solid. Well, good to hear about Owen Goodman for sure. Played over the top. Header. See where the Blue Jays are. Top 8. Top 8, 2 out, 1 on at second. Vladdy's actually had a pretty good game. They got all 4 of their runs in the 6th. Valenzuela versus Alvarado. Yellow card for McHale. Justin Crawford tripled. Bryson Stott scored. Brandon Marsh, sack fly. Luis Arraez scored double. Homer, Bryce Harper, and Trey Turner back-to-back. Scherzer pitched that inning, didn't he? Or at least the first 2 runs. Yeah, Alvarado's getting pulled. Hit gives the Jays the lead. And who knows, if the guy's a good season, just like Elijah Just, maybe some big clubs come knocking on the door. Portuguese year for League One club, possibly championship. Crepeau won't even be the backup by 2030. Let's be real. That's Goalie Wars champion Maxime Crepeau to you. Free kick for Monterrey. You're probably right, but over the top. You're probably right about Crepeau not being the Canada backup by 2030. I just hope it's Nathaniel Abraham. I just hope it's Nathaniel Abraham and not Dane St. Clair or Luca Gavrin or somebody of that ilk and not Dane St. Clair. If Crepeau can't be on the team, I don't want Dane St. Clair anywhere near the team, okay? So do that what you will. Abraham plays for the University of Louisville. Came through the Toronto FC Academy, and he went to Louisville in the NCAA. Plays for Louisville. That's going to be a fly out. At least the Blue Jays tied it. St. Clair, what a fall off. Man looks done. Well, he never looked good for Canada in the first place. And now he just looks bad for Miami, too. Now he looks bad in both cases. He always was a good club man, but a horrible country man. Now he's both. But he can't catch crosses or kick out from the back. Toronto fumbling actual footballers. Yeah, I know. We've been doing that for ages. It's just like Jason Russell Rowe. Jason Russell Rowe came through Toronto FC's academy. We let him go to college, and now he plays for Columbus. We let him go to Maryland. Now he plays for Columbus. It's nothing new. It's happened before. I guarantee you Nathaniel Abraham is going to be good at Louisville and play somewhere else. You think Monterrey washed? Yeah, it's sad, though, because I think Almeida's a good coach, but he's got some work to do to make this squad his. So, but Abraham might just be the next Jason Russell Rowe. Wouldn't shock me. I mean, well, cool. Can Miami win Champs Cup? I mean, they have the roster to do it. The question is will they? I mean, they have the roster to do it. Wouldn't shock me, but yeah, Nathaniel Abraham will probably just be the next Jason Russell Rowe. Go to university after being in Toronto's academy and then play somewhere else. Good tackle. Which sucks because, I like Luka Gavrin, and I think Luka Gavrin has been playing better this season. He's gotten better throughout the season. I have to admit that. But we also have a decent Di Rosario in the TFC2. Sergio Roberto going to the Galaxy. I don't think it really moves the needle, to be honest. I think Lozano moves the needle more. If they're going to talk about their summer moves, to be honest. I think Lozano moves the needle more. He was a Barcelona player, I know that. I don't think he was ever that special. He sure probably will look a little bit better in MLS, but I don't think he really moves the needle. If he's basically replacing Ricky Puig and Luis Arraez singled, great. He won last La Liga 3 times. And how much of that was to do with him? Not much. I wouldn't say much of it had to do with him. Lewandowski, sure. That's out for a corner for Miami in the 43rd minute. Did he win the World Cup? He may have won the Euros, but he didn't win the World Cup. He was on the World Cup roster. I don't think he was. Now, he might have won the Euros. He might have been on the Euro roster, but either way, I don't think he's old enough to have been on the 2010 roster. I don't think he was. I think De La Fuente played everybody, didn't he? At least outfield players wise, I think he did play everybody. So yeah, no. Might have won the Euros. He played alongside Prime Messi. Again, that shows you none of what Barca winning the leagues was him. Damn. Either way. And it's a 3-1 count on Stott from Braden Fisher. Oh, Lord. Playing forward. Basically, Sergio Roberto just feels like a B-Tech Ricky Puig until Ricky gets healthy, to be honest. Fly out, caught. 1 out. Great point. Football's a team sport. What do you mean? It is. But there are players that mean more to teams than others. 4 minutes stoppage time. Sergio Roberto wasn't one of those guys. I would not say he was a main star of a team. He did his part, yeah, sure. But how big was that part? Like, you're right, yeah, football is a team sport, but there's also players that mean more than others. Shot! Saved by Rios Novo. Corner. What a save from Rocco Rios Novo. Why'd they even sign Dane St. Clair in the first place? But then again, I'm glad. Honestly, I'm glad that Miami signed Dane St. Clair. That means Toronto didn't get him. Miami saved us from ourselves. Ball crossed in. headed away. Miami saved us from ourselves. Rios Novo was starting a good bit last year for Miami. Actually, didn't he start the MLS Cup final? I think he did. I think he was starting the MLS Cup final. It wasn't Ustari at that point. Unless I'm over the bar. I think it was Rios Novo by then. Why doesn't TFC pay $4 million for Segura? He's on the market now. Wolverhampton and Celtic are the top bidders. I don't think he wants to go to MLS. And if he wants to stay in Europe, why? He's a great player. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to have Segura on TFC. I would love it. But he's not going to leave Europe for us. And besides, we already filled up all our DP spots because we have Dorsch. So, by the way, with that transfer fee, he would be a DP. So we can't do that unless we used all our buyouts too. Great. We used all our buyouts as well. Now, could we trade one of our DPs? Whether it be Mihailovic or Sargent, I think we can we? I mean, that's how we got Mihailovic in the first place, was a trade. We could trade him and open up the DP spot that way when it comes to Mihailovic, but you wouldn't have a 10 then? Sargent, we just got him. Besides, I don't think anybody would trade for his frickin'... Either way, basically won't happen. Why would he go to MLS? Exactly. But even if it was possible... Well, I agree with you. If your team is a good team, if you want to actually go for trophies, that's why Larry Berg did take a couple of L's in his first press meeting. I won't say conference. But one of the things that I liked about Larry Berg as the new commissioner of MLS was he basically said we need to simplify the roster rules. We need to raise the cap at the very least and allow more money to be spent by teams. And he was one of the owners, because he owned LAFC, who wanted to spend a lot of money. He's not one of these cheap bastards. So I'm glad that as the commissioner, his ideal of letting the teams who want to spend money is still there. And then he will actually do something about it. So I love that. I've always been let's raise the salary cap. Let's make the rules more normal, so to speak. Let's make the rules more normal football league, so to speak. And do what we got to do there. Ball crossed in, caught, punched away. So, that's a positive in my book. How we doing? Welcome to the show. Exactly. They're better in Toronto right now. The championship's better in Toronto right now. Either way, halftime. There are players that I could say we could at least sign in younger levels who are cheaper that play that position that could be just as good. I don't know, maybe somehow sign a guy like Max Vogel from the U20 Canada team. I know he's a Vancouver Whitecaps product, but that hasn't stopped Toronto from stealing academy products from Montreal and such. So, either way. Blue Jays get out of the inning. Let's go. Dinamo Zagreb is smoking in Champions League now. They won 5-0 the first leg on Tuesday with a super young team. I believe him, weirdly enough. I believe him. He always loved the NBA. He always has loved America. He loves the NFL. Griezmann, as you know, he has an NFL podcast as well. He's sort of an American. He loves the idea of America, So I actually believe that, weirdly enough. Like, he's one of the players, like, he knows he had to make a career, but I do believe him that he's always wanted to play in MLS. I do always believe that. I do believe that from him. I believe that from him. With that being said, we'll take a short break, talk about the stats of the half, get this one going, sit tight, be back, 1-0, 1-0. Sit tight, be back, 1-0, 1-0. We're back for the stats of the half. With that being said, we'll check the stats of the half. Why do the Leagues Cup games start so much time after they're supposed to start? Well, if they're on Fox, that's because Fox is a joke of a network. With that being said, but Fox trying to use more time. 22:10 kickoff, they say, for Toluca, LA. That's Fox for you. Starting, okay. So, stats of that: 40% possession to 60% possession, 8 shots to 8, 3 shots on goal to 3. 118 accurate pass to 197, 80% pass accuracy to 90%. We got 2 yellows to 0, 2 corners to 4, 147 pass to 220, 80% pass accuracy to 90. We got 7 throws to 3, 0 offside to 0, 2 yellow cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0, 4 fouls to 6. We got 1-0 at the half. For me, Miami has been, what does the crown mean? The crown means the people who've commented the most. The top 3 people who've commented the most, pretty much. That's pretty much what it means. It's some YouTube leaderboard thing. Like the people who've interacted with the chat the most. The top 3 people who've done that. It doesn't earn you anything. It's just a little... I don't put it on there. That's a YouTube thing themselves. It's really... Point is there ain't much to it. And best case scenario, the Jays go to extra innings. Kind of funny Jansen can make the debut against the team he did when he was with Rayados. Oh, Nathan Lucas got on. Oh. Okay. Nathan Lucas got on base. Single, 1 man on, and 2 out. Okay. But yeah, Miami scored, but let me be real. Miami ain't doing much. Let's be real. They aren't doing that good. The rest of the team looks like a joke. It really is Casemiro and DePaul. Moment of magic leads to the goal. Monterrey. Rios Novo's made some big saves. But other than that, we'll be live for the LAFC Toluca match. Can Bateman get a hit? He will get thrown out at first. I mean, that's life sometimes. It is what it is. It is what it is. You thought it'd be a good idea? I ain't complaining. No worries. What? Either way, the Blue Jays, if they get out of the 9th inning, they will go to extra innings. Have Miami qualified for the Champs Cup? No. Not yet. So let's see if the Jays can get to extras. As of now, with the way this game's going, I'll tell you this. Doesn't feel like I'll review this one. Chivas and Dallas are playing at San Jose Stadium. Wow. So we they play games in Mexico, but they also are playing Mexican home games at other MLS stadiums. What is this tournament? I swear. 1-0 Miami, 1-0. Second half about to start. We might just move straight to the America or the Toluca LA game. As in, like, I'll wait for an hour and go live for it when we go live for it. This game doesn't seem like much to review, to be honest, as of now. Nil-nil between Chivas and Dallas. It just started. Atlante versus Salt Lake starts at 9. Toluca LA starts at 10:10 Central. So, we'll keep an eye on that. Dallas Chivas are playing. We already answered that. Okay, second half about to start. Louis Varland's in for Braden Fisher. Wait, they're putting in Varland now? I guess try to get to extras and then go from there. Okay. It's definitely a choice, but free kick for Dallas. So, Vladdy, Jesus Sanchez, George Springer, and Ernie Clement. The 3 that'll go for the Jays. If the Phillies don't walk it off. Punched away Dallas free kick. Now, of course, they might walk it off. But Stubbs, Schwarber, and Bohm. Oh, no, it's just Bohm. Stubbs, Bohm, and Turner. Here we go, waiting for the second half to start. Are Wrexham watch-alongs possible? I'm not going to say, then again, that's not really my thing. And if they play an MLS team down the line, like next summer, sure. But like them playing like a league match, if they get deep in the FA Cup and I'm like, why not? Or if they play Chelsea, that's probably more because they're playing Chelsea, but either way. Or if they go to a championship playoff final, sure. But I know that's not exactly. Wrexham streams aren't exactly my thing. That's more of Ultimate Soccer Show's thing. It's more a Soccer Steve's thing, so. Either way. But if they play an MLS team, or Liga MX team in the preseason, definitely some I'd probably do. Like the actual MLS team and not just the MLS2 team. So, very likely, no. Very likely, probably not. Berhalter got an assist in that game? Yes, he did. Sebastian Berhalter got an assist for Middlesbrough. Good for him. Good for him. I'm happy for him. Both Arston and Berhalter played in that game. That might be the first time they've played. No, they're both American, though. They're both American, though, so maybe it's not the first time they played together. Gold Cup. Yeah. Club-wise, yeah. Well, maybe. I don't think, Arston was he there in 2020? Either way. No, Arston came from Crew, too. Yeah, no, they didn't. No, maybe at the Gold Cup, but not club-wise. No, they never played with each other. Well, maybe at youth levels they played. Either way. Trying to think. Playing forward. Because, of course, Sebastian Berhalter got loaned out to Austin and then traded to Vancouver, and he spent most of his career with Vancouver. One 0. Today I feel rude. Well, 1-0. Playing forward, Miami has the ball and they play it backwards. Today I feel mean. Today I feel mean. Yep. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Like, Kansas City got him. I mean, he's the special assistant. You know what? It makes me wonder, what did Bruce Arena say? Like, what did he do? Like, I don't know if this is a John Fisher hire or a Bruce Arena hire, but if it's a Bruce Arena hire, I'm side-eyeing Bruce. Like, he might have gotten shit canned for a reason. If Gavin being hired by him was his. Save! Rebound! Goal! Monterrey ties it! Hugo Kuipers! Rebound and scored. 1-1. I can't say I'm surprised. Either way, can't say I'm surprised. 1-1. Today I feel corruption. Hugo Kuipers off the rebound. Novo did all he could. Hugo Kuipers scores at the beginning of the second half. Rebound. Former Chicago man. "47th minute. Let's make sure it was. Yep, it was Hugo Kuipers. 47th minute. 1-1. 1-1. Today I feel corruption. Today I feel a migrant worker. And they've gone to extra innings, the Blue Jays. Today I feel a migrant worker. Today I feel Qatari. Today, Vladdy at bat for the Jays. Vamos Monterrey. Well, they definitely got one back. As of now, I'm like 50-50 on a review for this match. If this ends in penalties, I'm not doing the review. Either way. Today. Why not review every game today? Because I'm only live for 2, and well, 2-0 count on Vladdy Jr. Just one video. Well, there's no, I mean, some called timeliness. I know Mexico won last night. I watched the game. I'm still not happy about it. I'm still side-eyeing the referees, but yes, Mexico found a way to come back. Canada did lose there, and Vladdy grounded out. Damn it, 1 out. Playing forward, Miami loses the ball. So, you know, I could care. Not happy when Mexico loses either. Do you think Miami can win? I barely started watching. Well, I mean, the fact not having Messi makes things hard. I mean, they did have a lead, but then they allowed a stupid goal. Ball crossed in, header. But at least there's a penalty shootout. But either way. Where were we again? No. Like, I don't care, really, actually. I'm not a fan of superhero movies. It's not something I really care about. I don't care about the Spider-Man movies. I don't want to watch it. Or at least the current ones. I could care less. I mean, yeah, the Tobey Maguire Superman movies or Spider-Man movies were good. It's because I watched them on TV when I was a kid. Do I care about the story? Not really. I don't care. I don't hate Tom Holland. I don't like him. I don't care about him. The most I know about him is he plays Spider-Man and he's with Zendaya. Good on him, though. Seriously, good on him, though. Hey, that's a good catch. The fact that he's married to Zendaya, that's a good catch. I can't say, I mean, I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous, but that's definitely a good catch. He definitely hit one out of the park there, so to speak. Either way, I don't care about him. Let's put it like that. Older ones loved him. What Monterrey are they playing again? Against the Mexican Monterrey? Yes, it's the Mexican Monterrey. Rayados. Yes. It's not the USL club Monterrey Bay, no. If that's what you're asking. Doesn't understand a single word you said. Well, he asked the question in English. I'm going to answer in English. I know nothing of Arabic. Maniar's question was in English. I answered in English. I don't know a word of Arabic. I don't know. Well, I know a little bit. David Schneider walked. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum. Inshallah. I know that. That's about all I know. Dima Maghreb. Yeah, sure. I know that too. Either way, I know how to say the countries. I'm not fluent enough. Like, I'm fluent enough in Mexican to speak Mexican, at least on a slower time scale. Like, if I had a press conference, I could answer questions in Spanish, and I should say Spanish. I can answer questions in Spanish, no problem. No problem. It's hard to do it on a stream when my gears in my head are turning at 100 miles per hour. But, like, if I was in a press conference, easy. Either way. Point is, I don't know enough Arabic. Okay, see? So why you have to... Either way. What do you think about the football infrastructure in Canada, USA, and Mexico? I'm talking about the whole infrastructure for public available fields for kids to play for free to pro leagues. Well, the problem with the USA and Canada is pay for play. Like, there are good fields. There's also bad fields in the countries. In play, no out. Let's go. That's got to be bases loaded with no outs or 1 out. Ernie Clement gets a base hit. But the problem with the USA and Canada is the pay-to-play system in the academies, especially when you want to get higher and higher up the ladder when it comes to football. Now, of course, the MLS academies are free. The MLS academies are free. I don't know about the CPL academies, but I feel like Canadian academies on the whole are better than most U.S. academies. Now, I mean, of course, there's 8 CPL teams, and there's the OPL and the Quebec Premier League and such. But I think there's certain American academies that are good, but I don't think they all are. Like, Dallas's academy is amazing. But I think the college system makes things a bit... I mean, I guess it gives other openings, but I think Mexico, being a football country and been doing it longer than America, makes them more... Their problem's the federation. Their problem is the federation and how crony it is. That's Mexico's problem. The U.S. and Canada's problem is more pay-to-play, grassroots football not being strong enough to grow into something big. Contreras in Mexico are very good. The FMF is a joke, in my opinion. The FMF is a corrupt joke, in my opinion. There should be pro-rel. Why'd they take it away? I know they took it away because of COVID, but they completely took it away and completely have gotten rid of it. I hate it. I think it's a horrible thing. But again, par for the course for a country that supports Infantino, or at least the federation and the president of the federation. I think the U.S.'s problem and Canada's problem is connecting the grassroots to the major. That's going to be a run for the Toronto Blue Jays. So, stronger infrastructure at the bottom of the process gives Mexico an advantage that explains dominance for Mexico, but the distances are a lot shorter now. I'll agree with that. In Croatia, there are thousands of mini 5-on-5 soccer artificial turf courts everywhere. That's why Croatians are so good in tight situations. Blue Jays take the lead, 5-4. They need another run, to be honest. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll agree with that. Who do I want to win? I watched your video after Mexico won last night. You do say a few things in Spanish. It's not bad at all. Congratulations. Gracias, gracias. Sac fly by Andres Jimenez. I mean, I want Miami to win. That actually makes sense. USA and Canada beaten Mexico a few times already at the pro level, but that was the worst Mexico team I've ever seen in my life. Mexico is now good again to an extent. I don't know exactly how to put it, but Mexico is now good again. Vasco Aguirre has built Mexico back to a very good team. And now you could say, well, that's because the World Cup was in Mexico. Sure. But I feel like Vasco found something that made Mexico look like the Mexico, at least more like the Mexico I know growing up. I think he did. And I think Rafa will keep that. The Mexico that got beat by United States and Canada was the worst Mexico I've ever seen in my life. And I mean, of course, the FMF caused that, but they were legitimately, it was the worst Mexico I've ever seen in my life. From 2020 to 2024, like, even early to mid-2025, we'll go there. From 2020 to mid-2025, that's the worst Mexico I've ever seen. The worst. The worst. I think Canada should have heavily invested in their league and stadiums. I think they have. They should do more, but 2-1 count on Valenzuela for the Blue Jays. Well, the good news is Okamoto will come up next if we're... Is that a fly out? Foul ball. I agree. So, I think things are different. Growing up, Mexico scored more than 10 goals every other CONCACAF game. Those days are not coming back, no matter how good Mexico gets. I didn't exactly say that was coming back. What I am saying is Mexico was even... And the Blue Jays have a 1-0 lead. Or a 1-run lead going to the middle of the 10th. 5-4 Blue Jays. Can they find a way to hold on? Give me a Varland 6-out save. Screw it. Rio's in his, 50s, 60s, man. Rio's a unk. Nothing bad about it. But he's older. Like, he's one of the oldest people on this channel. And he's made that known. He's made that known. Mexico was good. They were undefeated for the year, and they beat the Netherlands. But you can see the cracks that happened in 2021. Okay, fair enough. How about we say 2021 to mid-2025? How about that? Denver in 21 to mid-2025. How about that? Those days are not coming back because CONCACAF levels increased. Varland is doing this inning. Good. Come on, Louie. Can the Blue Jays win another game? Well, it's good news. CONCACAF's level increased, but the Nations League Final 21 was when it started to get bad. Fair enough. The cracks were there, though, if I'm looking back on it. But, yeah, fair enough. The Nations League Final. Okay, let's put it the Nations League Final then. 61st minute. Come on, Blue Jays. 1-run lead for the Blue Jays. Can Louis Varland shut it down? Oh. Pushes down Torres. Come on, Louis. Still juggle a football over 50 times. That's pretty good. I can't even juggle one that much. I can't even juggle a football that much. There's a reason why. Okay, foul ball. I'm better at reading the game. There's a reason why I'm more of a chess master or a chess. Well, I love playing with a chessboard. I can't playing forward. I love moving the pieces on the chessboard. That's what I do. I love analyzing the chessboard. I can't do what the chess pieces do, so to speak. Either way, even Mexico struggled, and they lost to USAC team in the final. Yep, I remember. Even Mexico struggled the 2021 Gold Cup. They couldn't even win against Trinidad and struggled against El Salvador and beat Canada in the last minute. Canada should have won. Ground out for Trey Turner. And the Phillies, or Bryce Harper, Trey Turner ends up at third. We need a Varland strikeout, man. Blue Jays had bases loaded, only got 1 run. We need a Varland strikeout. We need a Varland strikeout. Come on. 63rd minute. Miami going backwards. Canada should have. I still believe Canada should have won that game. I find not enough coaches can change game strategies as the game goes on. I agree with that. Come on, Varland. Get him out. Pop up. That's going to be sack fly. Sack fly, and the Phillies tie it back up. I knew 1 run wouldn't be enough. 5-5. Well, 6 outs of Varland, and we wasted it. Either way. What do we have in the bullpen? Lazaro Estrada. He's probably going to start. Brennan Little. Oh, God. Tyler Rogers. That's not smart for extras. I don't care. I'd rather have Brennan Little. 64th minute. Guess Brennan Little? I guess. Either way. 65th minute. Breeze coming on. Oriano and Torres off for Galvez and Ambriz. Norval, Croatia has a great coach, and they're Ontario's first at Ontario's elite division. They were 4th years ago. Mississauga, Croatia suck because their coach is clueless. Three and 2 count on Stott. Varlin walked him. 66th minute. Saved. (8-1) Canada wins the Linka Gretzky Cup. Well, good for them. (0-0) between Chivas and Dallas. The what? They should build a decent stadium in Vaughan and Woodbridge because Woodbridge Strikers and Vaughan and Zoldy are great clubs but deserve a stadium. Regulon and Ayala, 68th minute. Liverpool are building a really good team for this season. Really scary defense. They got Virgil van Dijk and now Ronald Araujo. Cleared away the Araujo. Spanish pronunciation and Brazilian pronunciation really got to me. Either way, 69th minute. Newcastle season opener. Ayala's on for Miami. Here's a chance shot! Side netting. 2-1 on Marsh from Varland. If you're going to win in extra innings, you got to score 2 runs. In the MLB in extra innings in the regular season, you got to score 2 runs. If you score 1, it's not enough. Either way. How you feel about if you tie 1 point, but 2 points if you win in pens? I mean, that's what the Leagues Cup does, and I mean, it's kind of stupid. It's not my favorite thing. I don't exactly like it, per se. It's not my favorite system. The pity point is not my favorite system, but I mean, I guess they got to break ties somehow. Should be a pop-out to get this to the top of the 11th, and it is. The Toronto Blue Jays are going to the bottom, or the top of the 11th. Varland gets 2 innings, but not to win the game. It's just to keep the game alive. Okamoto, Straw, and Lucas. Valenzuela starts on second. I need an Okamoto home run. That's a 2-run home run. That would be a 2-run home run. Give me an Okamoto home run. Straw and Lucas. Give me a Okamoto homer. 70th minute. Ball crossed in, headed away, 70th minute. Playing forward. Okamoto. Playing forward. Over the top. Headed away. Brendan Valenzuela at second. '71st minute. Miami can get it clear, 72nd minute. Water break, 73rd minute. Oh. Damn, ABS challenge. Two count. The Jays have nobody on the bench. They got to run with what they got. Damn it. They got to run with what they got. No. One, 74th minute. Uno. Flat out. Okamoto flies out. Sub for Monterrey. Playing forward. Brought down. That'll be cleared away by Miami. I haven't seen it, no. in play outs. Well, we got a runner on third with 2 outs, but we got to get a hit. One. Ground out by Straw. Valenzuela to third. Plombeck and Ruiz for Miami. Monterrey making a sub as well. Mora and Pinter off for Ruiz and Plombeck. Arteaga coming on for Monterrey in the 76th minute. Tecatito off for Arteaga. Chavez off or on for Pineda. Corner for Miami. Ball crossed in. Header over the bar. Two count on Lucas. '77th minute. Miami to play it forward. That's going. Is it going to go? Is it gone? It's gone! Nathan Lucas, 2-run home run for the Toronto Blue Jays. 7-5, Toronto. 78th minute. Playing forward. I mean, the Jays are still in it somehow. Playing forward. Home run, Nathan Lucas. Brandon Valenzuela scores as well. 79th minute, 1-1 for the Miami game. That should be enough to win us this game. That should be enough. Give me Brandon Little instead of... Screw it. Give me Brandon Little instead of Tyler Rogers. Whatever. Either way. Would be nice if Bateman could get a solo homer as well. Blocked away. Or get on and let Vladdy hit another Placata, because he's actually been good tonight. Vladdy's actually been amazing today for the Blue Jays. Ball crossed in. We're going to somehow cheat death, aren't we? The trade deadline really did slap the Jays into reality, like, oh, they got to find a way. And that's going to be a fly out. It really did, didn't it? The Blue Jays are going to be the third ranked wild card and still win the World Series. Fly out for Brett Bateman. Slash sort of sell off, sort of keep everybody, still somehow win it all. Nobody said it was ever going to be easy. Nathan Lucas home run. I think that's enough for the Toronto Blue Jays to win. I'm starting to believe it. I don't care. I'm starting to believe it. The Toronto Blue Jays will be the number 3 wild card in the American League, and they're going to go all the way to the World Series. They're going to get hot. Don't let the Jays get hot. They're going to be the number 3 wild card in the American League. They're going to get hot at the right time. They're in the process of doing so, and we're going to win it all. We might have underperformed in the regular season, but we're going to find a way. It doesn't matter as long as you win it all. And I think that's where we're heading. The trade deadline slapped them into reality. The trade deadline slapped them into reality. They're only, 3 games back? It's going to happen. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. It's going to happen. 3.5 games back. They will find a way into the wild card, and they will get hot at the right time. They may have 80-something wins, but who gives a shit? They're going to get hot at the right time. We just need Savage to be healthy. Either way, a Lazaro Estrada, okay, that's a choice. 81st minute. That's a choice. 1-1. Monterrey. I'm sure you'd love to see me do more playoff live streams when it comes to baseball. And if the Blue Jays pull that off, you're going to get them. (1-1). Lazaro Estrada pitching to Crawford, De La Cruz, and Stubbs. Jays have a 2-run lead. That's going to be a fly ball. Is it high enough to Jimenez? That will not advance the runner. 1 out. De La Cruz up next. Crawford fly out. De La Cruz up next. What the? I just hope I guess Kirk did block it. Either way. Wait. Valenzuela did block it. Okay, Valenzuela blocked it. My bad. Kirk was a pinch hitter today, but Valenzuela's the catcher. Either way. Valley. At least they're playing them both. Either way. Playing forward. Ball cross, cleared away. 84th minute. Foul ball, 2-1. You know what? It is kind of like 2016, though, if you think about it. The Blue Jays didn't win the American League East, but they found their way in by the wild card, and they still made the ALCS. This was always the story. 2025, 2015, and 2025, the Blue Jays won the American League East, made the American League Championship Series, and one of those teams should have made the World Series. The year later, they still made the ALCS again after being in the wild card. They didn't win the division. They 2 out, struck out De La Cruz. Edmundo Sosa pinch hitting for Stubbs. Former Cardinal? Either way. 85th minute, headed away. So if you think about it, makes sense. The Jays kind of underperformed in 2016 in the regular season, but they still found their way to the postseason, and they still made the ALCS. So, I mean, if you go by that storyline, the second year after their division-winning year, they win the wild card or get in through the wild card and make a run. It was always the story. It was always the story. I shouldn't have worried. Either way, it was always the story. Either way. So this time, wild card and World Series. Just hopefully we win this time. Either way. So I guess we're really going to be shit next year. There's no baseball. True. Well, damn it. Yeah, the lockout doesn't. Arteaga yellow card. 86th minute. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a stream or review or whatever. Yeah, we'll do the penalty shootout, and I think we're going to cut it there, and we'll be back for the next game. Even if there's a winning goal in 90. I mean, YouTube might ban you for that. Playing forward. Well, yeah, we do have a 2-run lead. Either way. Just get the out. Either way. 1-1. Either way. That's going to... Don't tell me it's a homer. Fly out. We won. Blue Jays win. Fly out. We won. We won. 7-5. Blue Jays win. Saved. 87th minute. Texas holds it right now. Cleveland's in there. Minnesota and Baltimore. That's going to be a battle. Well, I mean, Baltimore is a joke. Well, we'll see. Toronto's still in there is my point. They're still in there. Halftime 0-0, Chivas Dallas. I'm a little bit shocked about that. Either way, I like our chances. Blue Jays win. I mean, the Blue Jays are in there. They're only 3.5 back. Brewers won today. Good for us. Jeff Hoffman took the loss. 88th minute. Jeff Hoffman took the loss. Lol. Another 2.5 games back of... Oh, okay. Well, at least we have something. Tigers playing San Fran. They sold off. Tigers beat San Fran. Houston's leading the division. Texas, Seattle playing Tampa Bay. I need Tampa to win that. Whether that's good, either way. Oh. Baltimore versus Texas. Texas won. Good. Well, either way. Shot! Goal! Monterrey wins it late. Diego Rossi. Diego Rossi scores. Jays win, baby. Diego Rossi scores to give Monterrey the lead at the last minute. 89th, 90th minute. 1-2. 1-2. No penalties. No review either. This game, I mean, honestly, I'm just going to move on to the next game. I'll see you for the Toluca LAFC match. No penalties. Ball crossed in. He's onside. Either way. What a cross. Diego Rossi's right there. Oh, he might have been offside on the second ball. I mean, it didn't touch anybody but Rossi. I mean, I think he's on. I think he's on. I think he's on. Diego Rossi scores, and how much stoppage time? Damn. Must be hot in Miami. See if it counts. VAR. I mean, it didn't touch the attacker or the attacker before him, so I think it's on. Perfect cross. It didn't touch anybody. Rossi's onside. Rossi's onside. Yeah, it did. That stream last night was crazy. It is a goal. Good goal. 2-1, 3 minutes of stoppage time. Talk about Rossi or 92nd minute. Yep, Messi went back to Argentina. I figured. Somebody tracked his plane. Somebody tracked his plane. I mean, it was obvious, but somebody tracked his plane. Blue Jays are 3.5 back with their win. Maybe they'll be 3 back. Maybe they'll end up being 3 back somewhere. Either way, 92nd minute. I think Dallas deserves a renovated stadium, yeah. No review. We'll just move on to the next match. Red card for Ocampos. Red card for Ocampos. Oh my God, it's all going off. I think Dallas needs a new stadium. I do. Toyota Stadium. I know the National Soccer Hall of Fame is next to it. It sucks. It's a garbage stadium. It is horrible. Toyota Stadium is a horrible stadium. Dallas needs a stadium, at least in the DFW. I mean, Frisco's not exactly the DFW. Even if it was Fort Worth. You know. Well, oh wait, doesn't North Texas? Didn't North Texas used to play at the Rangers' old stadium? VAR check to see if this is a red card. I think Toyota Stadium sucks. I think Dallas deserves a better stadium. I mean, they're a legacy club. They deserve a better stadium. Honestly, maybe they could retrofit in a better way the old Rangers Stadium. Globe Life Field. The new one's Globe Life Park, right? Either way. Serious foul play by Campos. I mean, his studs were up. Studs were up. I mean, either or. We'll be live for the next match. No review for this one. We'll be live for LAFC Toluca, and we will review LAFC Toluca. At least got to get one out. And then we have Club America Portland tomorrow, and then we have off Monday. 1-2, Monterrey. I mean, I think that's definitely... I definitely think... I mean, studs were up. That is a strong challenge. That is a strong challenge. No card. Yeah, the game's almost over anyway, so... 95th minute. It is no card, or no red card. It is a yellow card, though. Ocampos is not off. Ocampos is still on, no red card. Monterrey are about to knock out Miami. Well, probably. I don't think Miami's going to advance to the knockout stage of this tournament now. Because, I mean, the margins are so tight, you know. Well, Messi wasn't even playing. I mean, that's life. I mean, it is what it is. But Miami needs to win a shootout just in the case to maybe make it through to the knockouts. Well, if I had Miami... Well, Miami's going to have to make it through the table in CONCACAF or make it through the playoffs. Leagues Cup will not be their savior. They're going to have to work this out for the rest of the season. Free kick. Why does this feel like the Champions Cup a while ago? Full time! It is 1-2 for Monterrey. 1-0 esta noche, Monterrey ganador. 1-2. 1-2 ganador Monterrey. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Halftime 0-0. Chivas Dallas. Salt Lake Atlante just begun 0-0. If you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Hit that like. Hit that high button, put stuff in the algorithm. Hit that join button, become a member. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlists. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you at 10 in about less than an hour for the Toluca versus LAFC match. No review for this match. We'll be live for the Toluca LAFC match next. So I'll see you for the Toluca LAFC match, and we will review that one. Unless... I don't think it will be boring. We will review that one. With that being said, I will see you later very soon. I'm running. I'm out. Peace.